Good morning, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, November 1st, and I'm Aliza Porter with today's daily update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Many students are just beginning to add extracurricular activities to their schedule, but for one Red Hawk, their plate is already full. WTV's Stone Weber has the details.
With early marching band commitments starting in April and summer band starting in July, it is difficult for any student to balance band, but to also be a part of varsity cheerleading, it is a rare situation. This is the reality for Lindsay Joe. It's a balancing act which takes massive dedication and time-consumed days.
Well, summer band takes up so it starts at the end of July and then it goes all the way to October. But it usually kicks up around takes up a lot of time in the summer, and then cheer takes up maybe a few days out of the week. But usually cheer goes at during the afternoon blocks of band, so I have to miss band for cheer, because cheer I only get to do a few hours a day, but band I'm there for maybe 6 to almost 12 hours a day. So.
Missing rehearsal or practice time doesn't provide any excuses though.
Kind of. I mean, I still get the same amount of time as everybody else, but if I have to miss practice, I still have to keep up with all my work, considering that now I'm on the BLT.
As a leader in band, Job has extra responsibilities.
So Lindsay is a visual captain. She's a part of our BLT, which is our band leadership team, and she is responsible for ensuring that all of our members know the choreography that we're learning.
Balancing both roles is something cheer coach Candy Stevens thinks Job does well.
She's a base, so when we're doing stunts and things like that, if she's not present, then that particular stunt group doesn't get to practice. So fortunately, we haven't ran into that this year because Lindsay's doing such an amazing job at balancing her time between both activities and scheduling it, and that makes her her communication skills are quite excellent, because she makes sure she communicates with both myself and the band directors of what her requirements are or her commitments are in both programs.
Reporting for Wingspan TV, I'm Stone Weber.
On this week's edition of My Life As, WTV takes a look into the life of Senior Office Aide Erica Foster.
When we first go in, we usually just take attendance, and then we get our badges to show that we're an office aide, and then usually within that first minute we get passes, and then there's 3 of us in there, so we split it up, the 100 hall, the 200 hallway, and then the E's and the F's and the G's. We usually just all go our separate ways. Well, usually we don't do it the whole 90 minutes, maybe for an hour, it depends, or we might have a separate task, preparing for the PSAT, getting the pencils and calculators together, making sure they work, or if we're we were at the beginning of the school year, we were organizing IDs, so if we have a task, it usually takes all time, but if we're just delivering passes, it maybe will take an hour or less than that. And yeah, that's basically what we do. And then if we have any downtime, we're usually working on homework or in there reading a book. But I'm in Pulse. I'm a vice president in Pulse, so they put me in the classroom so I can help out with Pulse activities on the side. Like how I said, we don't spend the whole 90 minutes working, passing the passes out. So if I have leftover time, maybe towards the second semester, I'm gonna start doing things for Pulse. But if I had to make a poster or if I had to plan out a meeting, then yeah, I can use that time to organize the club meetings. But it's actually really fun. We get downtime. It's not straight just working and tests and quizzes every day, especially on my B day. It's pretty chill. It's a nice class, and then you get to see teachers hand out passes and your friends in the class.
Here's today's Sports Minute.
After winning its opening playoff game against Sherman on Monday, the team is back in action tonight at Memorial High School starting at 5:30 p.m. as the Redhawks battle the Newman-Smith Trojans. If the Redhawks win tonight, they will likely face Lovejoy early next week. Lovejoy finished the regular season ranked number 1 in 5A according to the Dallas Morning News, with the Redhawks right behind them at number 2. Right about the time volleyball wraps up its game, the football team will be starting their game against Lone Star at 7 p.m. at the Ford Center. After a close loss to Heritage last Friday, the team hopes to pull out a win in tonight's game. Lone Star has just one loss in District 5-5A and is still fighting for the district championship, with the Rangers featuring one of the best defenses in the state.
What we're doing to prepare against Lone Star, obviously they're one of the best defenses in the district, if not the state. They're holding people at and around about 10 points. So what we're trying to do is just take advantage of some of the flaws that they do have. Have a really big D-line. They're beefy up front. So, we think that we can attack them in the secondary. So we're going to look to do that. We have a pretty talented quarterback in Mitchell Miller. We have some talented receivers. We just got to step up to the table and show out. If we can throw it well, it's going to open up the running game. If we spread them out and we can take advantage of that and run the ball down their throat, that's what we want to do. So, that's what we're doing against Lone Star. Hopefully it works. We need it.
For WTV Sports, I'm Sydney Andros.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. WTV's Wade Glover has today's announcements.
NHS has a meeting Wednesday before school at 8:30 or during advisory in the auditorium. Students can nominate their peers or teachers to be righteous Redhawks for exemplifying school values. Find a flyer in the hallway with the QR code to submit your nomination. LHS TED Ed Club is hosting their second discussion of the year tomorrow in the Humanities Room during advisory. The topic of the discussion is affirmative action. Come to explore new perspectives and have a chance to share your own ideas. You can drop off donations for Treats for Troops in the Rotunda this week. All donations will be sent to troops overseas.
That's it for today's Daily Update. This has been Aliza Porter with Wingspan TV.